What's up YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to transform Fanstoys' version of Swerve from his robot mode to his vehicle mode, and then from his vehicle mode back to robot mode. So if you like the sound of that, why not hit that subscribe button and let's get down to transformation. So to start transformation, we're going to rotate his head 180, so it's now facing the back. You're going to open up this panel at the back, rotate out, which is going to become the front grille section, and then we will close that back over top and go ahead then and flip up these two little panels on either side. And one is very stiff compared to the other. There we go. So that just fills out that front grille section. Next, we're going to bring the arms up and out just like that. So we're sitting just there. Then we're going to rotate on that joint just in there. So they're now sitting up with the wheels facing up the ways. We're then going to take this little panel section here that fills out the side. It's actually very nice of them to fill out that so you don't have the big gap on the side. So do that on both sides. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to open this panel on his forearm. We're going to rotate the fist so that the fingers will be facing out the ways, as you can see in there, and then close that panel. We'll do the same on the other side. So you're going to open up that panel, rotate the fist so that the back of the hand is going in first, rotate that in and close off the panel. Now we're going to rotate these panels back down because that was giving you the clearance back here to bring out this panel. Then we're going to go ahead and rotate the arm so that you get this panel on the outside. So again, rotate this bit down and then rotate the forearm section, and that just carries on that panel bit right there. Now we're going to rotate this back so it's facing now like that. Then you're going to hinge this all forward, and you can watch this hinge now is going to hinge down into there. That just will fill out that whole side section. Just like that. It's possibly a good idea just to hinge this forward, just to give you a little bit of clearance. I don't know if it's completely necessary, but that just made that a little bit easier for me, just to get that out of the way. So again, we'll do it from this angle. So you're going to bend this in, and this whole bit here is just going to collapse into the front. So there's not much clearance wise there, but it does go. That rotates up and in just like that. Now it doesn't feel like you're going to break anything there. Everything within this figure here, Fanstoys, is very sturdy. So it doesn't feel like you're going to break anything. I think if you were doing that with an X-Transport, you'd be feared of something breaking panel wise, but this is all very sturdy plastic, so you'll have no worries that way. Now we're going to just hinge this forward if you haven't already, and then we're going to come to these leg sections. You're going to move this leg down. Obviously this front panel is going to move out of your way, so you want it to be as if he's kicking out straight. So you can see this panel is up and the leg is down straight. We're going to open this panel here on the back, just untabs. You can see there's a wee section with this tabs in, so you can open this and just hinge that out and out of your way. We are going to fold this heel spur back into the foot. We're going to hinge open this little section. Then we're going to rotate in this panel so it sits inside just like that. Then we're going to rotate this panel so that sits up inside here. And we're going to move over to this leg. We're going to do the same, just the same again. We're going to lift up this, untab it from this section, swing that out, come down to the foot, rotate in the heel spur. We're going to flip out this section, which gives you the clearance now to rotate this panel down inside. Then we're going to rotate this panel up inside. We're going to rotate this little section, if we can get it. This is where one of these spudger things definitely come in handy, just to try and get that section out. After fighting with it for ages, I've realized the easiest bit there's actually a little bit of a hook there where you can just about get your fingernail into, and then you can rotate out this bit. So that's how you get that bit out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this panel is out of the way, and we're going to rotate this whole leg section. It's going to come up and over. And sit just like that on the back. So you can see it all just fills in nicely, sitting there on the back. And this panel here will come down, rotate round, now you can see there's actually two little tab sections, and they're going to go into these two slots right up here on top. This is about getting that rotated round, and you go ahead and they can tab in there. So now we're going to move on to this leg. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead, bring that up, and that just lifts that up out of the way a wee bit. Make sure this panel is pushed in because it's going to get encapsulated here. So before we actually bring this up in line, because you're going to want to get this panel down, we're going to rotate the leg here. That gives us the space now to bring this panel round, and it just gets it out of the way when you rotate it up. So we're going to bring this panel round the same, and it just allows you to get that tabbed in, which means now you have nothing blocking you bringing this up and round. So we can go ahead now and rotate this leg, make sure that little peg stays in. We're going to rotate this leg up and round. You can see tab, tab, slot connection there, slot connection there, and the inside there's two connections, two tabs, and this is all going to tab in. Again, at the back here you've got like little hook sections too, so it's just a matter of lining it all up, tabbing it together. And the final section now, you can see the two tabs, two slot connections. I'm just going to bring that up. These door, or the extra little bit here is going to go down into that wee slot section down in there. So you just bring that up, say the two tab sections, two slot connections, and that will just tab into the back if it is lined up properly. And just wants to fight me. You can go ahead and bring that panel down, and there you go. Just took a little bit of force that I couldn't get in front of the camera, but there, that is solid. Like, it's a real solid figure. Definitely doesn't feel like anything's going to break on it. Cleans up well at the back. But there we have Fanstoys Swerve in his vehicle mode. So now we're going to take Fanstoys Swerve from his vehicle mode back to robot mode. And to start this, we're going to have to untab the feet from the front of the vehicle, and that's it untabbed. This top panel has just come off. It's okay, it's not broke, it's just a little panel. Possibly could do with a wee bit of super glue or something just to stick it in there, but it's not broke. Just sits back in there, no issues. But it is a very strong connection. Like it does take a wee bit of force just to get that out. So don't be afraid, it does come out. Let's say if your panel pops out, no big deal. It just pops back in again, no issues. It's not broke, it's not cracked or anything. So now we're going to untab the legs. We'll go ahead and rotate this leg down a bit just to give us the clearance, so that we can then untab this panel from the back, rotate it down and out of the way, which frees up your knee joint so that you can then extend the leg properly. Just bring that right down and extend the leg out fully. So just going back to where we had it, where it's kicking out the front. We'll go ahead, we'll finish off this leg first. So first of all, you want to rotate down this panel right to the outside to give you the clearance. Then we're going to flip out this panel, and it just goes that 90-degree angle, and then you close in this white panel, and that stops it from going back in again. Go ahead, you can flip out the heel spur just to extend that foot out fully. Then we can go ahead and bring down this panel. These two tabs are now going to hook around either side of this tab, and as you've seen earlier, we have the little slot right here. As you can see, the damage I've done to this trying to get that tab out, that turned out to be fairly easy actually. So we've got this slot here, and this little tab section right there is going to go into that. Go ahead and line that all up. There we go. And that is it. Just sits down the back just like that. So now we can go ahead and get this foot done. So we're going to rotate out the leg. So now we're going to go ahead and get this section done. So what you want to do is you want to untab this section first, rotate it out to the side. Again, just frees up your knee joint. So now we can rotate out the leg fully. We will then rotate in this panel just down like that. And I can't believe how easy that is to come out after doing that with the spudger. And we're going to come around to the back, rotate out this white panel just like that. We're going to rotate this red panel out and then close in the white panel. That just solidifies that whole section. Then we're going to bring out the heel spur to complete the foot. Then we're going to bring this section down again, tab and slot just there on the side, just by getting that lined up, and it just tabs right in. We can then bring down the leg, bring down that panel, and that's the leg section done. Moving up to the top section, we are going to bring out these arm sections. So I can just find it easier just by getting it from here. Gives you a wee bit of leverage, and you can pull from the front, and it's just about it, maneuvering that bit out, just like that. We'll do that on this side. That one came out a lot easier. Just bring them out like that. So now what you're going to do is you're going to lift the arms up out of the way. You're going to rotate them so that leaves this clearance, and you can go ahead and fold in that section. So So again, rotate the arm back. That gives you the clearance for this section, and that goes up and fills in the side profile. Then we're going to go and we're going to rotate this back down on both sides. Bring the arm down, rotate the forearm so that this panel, the side panel, is going to go to the back. You can open up this panel, rotate out the fist, rotate the hand so it's orientated properly, and then close that panel. Do the same with this arm. Go ahead, bring it down, rotate the forearm so that the long panel's at the back. I'm going to open this side panel, rotate out the fist. You can go ahead and close that panel if you wish, and then rotate the fist so it's orientated properly. Now what we're going to do is we're going to rotate down these two side panels. We're going to open up this rear panel. As I like to do now is just like to rotate the head back round, fold in the front grille section, and then close that up the back. And that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, why not hit that like button and subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome.